Hello and welcome to the World Battery Metals and Mining News for the 13th of August 2024. BHP removes striking workers at huge Chile copper mine, output at risk. The ongoing strike at BHP's colossal Escondido copper mine in Chile is heating up as workers are removed amid the collapse of pay negotiations, signaling potential turmoil in global copper production. Union Number 1, representing 2,400 workers, had barely waded into the dispute before capitulating from discussions, rejecting BHP's latest offerings, including a tantalizing $28,900 bonus per worker, rather than their lofty demand for 1% of shareholder dividends. As BHP ups the ante by enacting its contingency plan to keep at least minimal operations running, tensions mount with union leaders accusing the mining behemoth of underhanded anti-union maneuvers. The union isn't just fighting for higher pay, but also for improved conditions amid the automation and outsourcing wave. Quite the ambitious agenda. While the market's immediate response seems muted, the situation echoes the 2017 walkout that severely dented BHP's copper yield and caused havoc on global prices. With eyes keenly watching the outcome, particularly at other mines like London's Caserones, also experiencing labor troubles, the next chapters in this saga hold significant weight for the future stability of copper supply chains, especially those feeding insatiable Chinese smelters. Of course, one must marvel at the theatricality of labor disputes and corporate brinkmanship in the quest for the shiny red metal. Wave of Chinese copper fills warehouses abroad as demand weakens. Well, isn't it fascinating how China's tepid internal demand has caused a deluge of copper and nickel torrents flooding LME-monitored warehouses overseas? Instead of being the usual massive net importer, China flipped the script and turned the metals market on its head, stifling global prices. In July, Chinese copper led the charge, making up a whopping 72% of the inventory increase, with nickel not far behind. However, some hope looms with a newfound arbitrage window, making imports profitable again, hinting at a possible market shift. Remember the good old days when China importing metals was the norm and not the exception? Chinese producers like GEMCO and CNGR Advanced Material Co. now list their nickel on the LME amidst weak domestic conditions. Let's see if this rebound in Yangshan premiums can uplift the prices or if we're just in for more of the same, circling back to routine market cycles. DRC-Zambia border reopens, copper exports resume. Zambia has resumed cross-border trade with the Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC, after a brief closure sparked by the DRC's ban on importing beer, soft drinks, and lime. This ban led to protests and unrest on the Congolese side, raising safety concerns for transport drivers and prompting Zambia to shut the border. However, after productive talks between Trade Minister Chipoka Mulenga and his Congolese counterpart, the borders were reopened. Given that Congo produced over 2.8 million tons of copper last year, most of which relies on Zambian routes to reach regional ports, this resolution is crucial for maintaining one of the busiest trade corridors in southern Africa. I might not buy into the climate change hysteria, but efficient trade routes are a no-brainer for economic sanity. India to offer incentives for critical minerals extraction. India is finally waking up to the reality that its critical minerals industry needs a serious boost, as evidenced by its plan to funnel nearly $50 million into research institutes. This funding aims to assist miners in developing extraction technology and enhancing beneficiation methods to cut the nation's cumbersome reliance on imported lithium and rare earths. Although India awarded development rights to a lithium block in Chhattisgarh, other efforts, like auctioning lithium blocks in Jammu and Kashmir, have hit a wall due to low mineral concentrations and exorbitant extraction costs. The Ministry of Mines has tapped the CSIR National Institute for Interdisciplinary Science and Technology, along with 5 other institutes, to provide technical assistance for these complex extraction processes. Joint proposals from institutes and companies can receive up to 75% of the total funding from the government. While it's a promising move, one can't help but think it's rather late to the party, especially since they've been dragging their feet on this essential industry for so long. Iondrive teams with PM for battery recycling pilot Iondrive, ION, has partnered with the production engineering of e-mobility components at RWTH Aachen University, PEM, and PEM Motion GmbH to advance sustainable battery recycling technologies. Using its innovative deep eutectic solvents, DES process, Iondrive aims to establish a pilot plant in Germany and form a consortium of strategic industry partners. The goal is to create a robust and scalable recycling process for lithium-ion batteries, transforming recycled materials into high-quality precursors for the burgeoning EV market. PM will optimize the recycling process and secure funding, while Iondrive's commercially savvy CEO, Dr. Ebbe Demissi, touts the partnership as a strategic move to meet stringent European regulatory standards and attract investment. Preparing for the pilot plant will include applications for government grants, demonstrating the collaboration's commitment to Europe's sustainability goals. And just like that, Europe might finally see some effective recycling rather than its typical bureaucratic hot air. Navoi Mining to invest $23 million on Muruntau mine expansion. NMMC, Uzbekistan's leading gold mining titan, is significantly expanding its Muruntau mine, already hailed as the world's largest in terms of reserves. With plans to inject over $23 million into the project, including a $15.3 million second conveyor line and $8.2 million flow technology complex, the mine is poised for substantial growth. The comprehensive upgrades involve new power lines, an extended tipping conveyor, and auxiliary facilities at the Northeast Complex, which launched in 2021 to significantly cut trucking costs. Once operational, these improvements are expected to transport an impressive 15 million cubic meters of rock annually, with aspirations of mining at depths up to 1,050 meters and boosting production to more than 50 million tons of ore per year. NMMC is leveraging sophisticated technology to enhance efficiency and maintain its fourth-largest global ranking, producing 2.9 million ounces of gold in 2023. To think, expanding deeper into Earth while still being eco-friendly, now that's what I call digging for gold. Illegal mining soars near First Quantum's idled Panama mine. Since the suspension of operations at First Quantum Minerals Limited's Cobre Panama copper mine last year, illegal mining activities around the site have surged, with a staggering 307% increase noted by the nation's mining chamber. The illicit miners, mostly gold seekers, have taken advantage of the mine's idleness, which followed a Panama Supreme Court ruling deeming its operational contract unconstitutional. This legal stalemate and resulting layoffs have left the area poorly monitored, exacerbating the problem. Compounding the urgency, 121,000 tons of copper concentrate lie in wait, posing potential environmental hazards. While First Quantum hopes for a swift resolution, President José Raúl Mulino's administration remains preoccupied with other national priorities. Meanwhile, illegal miners are employing hazardous methods, including the use of cyanide, further highlighting the need for immediate intervention. So it seems rational mining practices are sidelined yet again, and Panama's left hand doesn't know what its right hand is doing. Ivanhoe Electric acquires full ownership of mineral rights at Santa Cruz copper project. Ivanhoe Electric has secured complete ownership of the mineral rights at its Santa Cruz copper project in Arizona, culminating with a final payment of $10 million. This acquisition, which began in May 2023 with a $116 million purchase of nearly 6,000 acres of surface title and water rights, consolidates Ivanhoe's control over one of the United States' largest and highest-grade undeveloped copper resources, boasting 26.7 million tons of indicated resources and 149 million tons of inferred resources, both grading 1.24% copper. The project promises significant yield with an estimated 1.6 million tons of copper production over a 20-year mine life. Remarkably, the project aims for sustainability by planning to generate 70% of its required power from on-site renewable energy, thus minimizing CO2 emissions. Though, let's be honest, climate change talk won't have me convinced. It's just sound economics and good PR. The impressive move signals strategic foresight amid rising copper demand. CleanTech Lithium heads for Australian listing. CleanTech Lithium, already listed on AIM, is targeting a dual listing on the Australian Securities Exchange, ASX, next month to raise up to $20 million. This move aims to tap into a knowledgeable investor base keen on lithium's potential, especially given Australia's substantial interest in critical minerals. CleanTech's innovative direct lithium extraction (DLE) technology, employed at its pilot plant in northern Chile, promises to boost production while mitigating environmental impacts, a concept getting billions in investments akin to shale's revolution in oil. With flagship projects like Laguna Verde and Viento Andino showing promising scoping studies for low-cost, high-yield lithium carbonate operations, CleanTech's strategy seems savvy, even if tethered to the ever-nostalgic dream of net zero. Considering Chile's dominance in lithium and copper, this could indeed shape up as a pivotal play, assuming the balance sheet and tech delivery align as projected. Money Metals launches America's largest gold depository, bigger than Fort Knox. Online precious metals dealer. Money Metals unveiled a state-of-the-art 37,000-square-foot vault and fulfillment facility in Eagle, Idaho, after 3 years of meticulous planning and construction. Nestled at the base of the Boise foothills, this $28 million fortress is designed to securely house up to $100 billion in precious metals, with the potential to expand to 60,000 square feet. In fact, it boasts nearly 9,000 square feet of storage space, surpassing even the U.S. bullion depository at Fort Knox. With around-the-clock monitoring, stringent access controls, a security team of ex-law enforcement and military personnel, and third-party audits, the new facility aims to offer unparalleled security. Positioned conveniently next to city and county police and emergency services, Money Metals ensures its operations are seamless for the hundreds of thousands of customers it serves yearly. Founded in 2010, the company has quickly become a significant player, fulfilling up to 40,000 gold and silver orders monthly.